Welcome everyone to A Million Mums for some very important information that you've all been asking for. This is to do with your legal rights and what you need to do when the law is challenging you and the government is challenging you to know where you stand. The purpose of this video and this series of videos is to introduce you to a man who has learned his legal rights and has developed some very important strategies that are going to help you. I'm going to introduce you to Pastor Paul Robert Burton. You may have heard of him already, and he has a very long and illustrious career, and I'm going to get him to introduce himself to you shortly. But what you're going to realize is that you all have the power within you, but now we're going to introduce you to an expert in the field where exactly you want to be right now. Some of the subjects we're going to cover tonight will be on your rights as an employee, your rights as a parent, your rights as a parent of school-aged children and what you need to do with school, and some other very important background information, both historical and current. So we're going to meet Paul right now, and then we're going to work through a series of questions that you're going to be able to use as your ready reckoner when you really need to get some good information and when it's really biting home hard. And more importantly, if you're able to prepare, this is the best way to get started. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Pastor Paul Robert Burton.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you for having me and talking to me. I suppose just to begin, a little about myself very, very briefly. Minister of religion for some number of years, since about 2004. I'm a staunch environmentalist activist. As I'm a paralegal, so I'm not a solicitor or barrister, and nor would I declare to be by any means, so I provide people with information. But I have, Jason, appeared before more magistrates and judges, I believe, than any other self-represented individual in New South Wales, possibly not Australia, and I run a number of very significant arguments that I've appeared in. You can find me in case law. So part of the reason about the situation we're facing currently is really, I suppose, to help educate people on what their options are and how to best lawfully challenge the very challenging situations we're being faced with at this time.